Happy Wednesday, Andrew Doak Cooks. This is going to be a lunch edition. This actually wasn't supposed to happen in that I was going to run out and grab some burgers, and that was that. But then I opened up my fridge and I thought, you know what? I've got some chicken, which is now in the air fryer, and I have some garlic bread left over, which is over there in the toaster oven, and I have some leftover sauce, which is now in the microwave, and I have this. Which is cheese designed to melt and is often used in quesadilla preparation. So we buy this kind of cheese to use when we make our quesadillas, and I have some left over. So what does all that mean? I have chicken wings over there, I have some garlic bread over there, I have some red sauce behind me, I've got some melty cheese in front of me. Could we be maybe making a at-home chopped kitchen a la hacked chicken parm sandwich for lunch? We might be. That's what we might be doing. We might be making a at-home chopped a la style hacked together chicken parmesan sub for lunch. Let's get this stuff warm and bring it all together and see how well it tastes. All right, one of the most important aspects of this whole entire meal is the chicken. And right now, my chicken is frozen. So let's let the chicken cook and make sure we don't burn our garlic bread or overcook our leftover sauce. All right, let's get this thing cooked up. All right, so let's talk through this real quick. So I have got to warm these guys up. We prepared this about, I don't know, a couple days ago when we were having pasta for, we wanted some garlic bread to go with the pasta. This wasn't all that great. So I'm reheated up to use it as a foundation. The chicken wings are cooking in the air fryer over there. I'm gonna need to cook them. I'm gonna need to debone them. I'm gonna need to deskin them. And I'm gonna need to pull off the not much meat on those bones to then get it on here, to then get my sauce on there, which is heating up in the microwave. And then lastly, our cheese, and then I'm gonna need to put it back in here and then broil the tops of this to make it nice and bubbly. And then we'll bring it all together and see if it tastes any good. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, I think I still have Totino's in the freezer. All right, let's see how well we can get this thing going. All right, let's start with these. All right, I'm only gonna break one down on camera and then I'll do the rest because there's no point in you guys watching me do all that. One glove, one non-glove. So these guys are on fire, they're super hot. So now I did mention that I was going to remove the skin from these guys. I even described that in the instructions. But what I'm probably gonna do, oh man, that is hot. I'm probably just gonna leave the skin intact. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, that is just gorgeous. That is just beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my chunks of chicken off this way. Oh my gosh, that's so hot. There. And then I'm gonna leave the bits that we're not gonna consume. So the cartilage and the bone and the joints and what have you. So we're gonna leave all that stuff. That's trash. What we are left with is, now I could remove the skin from here, but I'm not going to. I've got nice big chunks of chicken in here. That's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna add that to the bowl, and then I'm gonna debone the rest of these guys, and then I'll show you guys the bowl in a second. Be right back. Well, there's the aftermath of my crime scene photos. So there's the chicken, there's the deboned. There's what we are left with. You know, what's interesting is this does look pretty similar to what I'm gonna show you guys in a couple of weeks. I'm headed to the East Coast and I'm going to participate in a crab boil. And I'm gonna walk you guys through how to properly take apart a crab. But so what I do is when I pick my crabs, I have a giant bowl of crab meat left over. So this is a giant bowl of chicken left over, so it's not dissimilar. All right, so my cutting board is disgusting. Let me grab a clean cutting board and let's get all this put together. And I'm just gonna keep the camera rolling, and then I'm gonna re-edit as we go through this. So let's bring my bread together. My nice and warm toasty bread. So let's say this guy goes together like that. All right, excellent. So this is how we want. What I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to perforate the center of this, since this is the thicker piece. By doing it this way, I am now allowing myself room for my chicken to go someplace, because this side is so skinny, I'm not gonna mess with. So we're gonna fill our chicken and stuff on this side. All right, so part one. Part two, chicken. All right, so now, okay. I feel like Rodney Dangerfield. Does anyone know who Rodney Dangerfield is? Or Dagwood? No one knows who Dagwood is. I am 100% aging myself. All right. We're adding our melty cheese. All right, now I'm gonna go broil this off camera, and I will come back to this tray. So I'll be right back. And for those wondering, while that chicken broils with the cheese, of course I saved a few wings and glazed them in barbecue sauce. I'm a freak for wings, of course, duh. I wasn't gonna, again, I like to hedge my bets. So, yep, I got some wings. If this fails, I got backup. Don't worry. Okay. Let's take our piping hot red sauce. Okay. Right, got a little spill, that's fine. Now we're gonna take our base, and again, keep in mind, this is the base, because we're gonna take it and then we're gonna invert it. Okay. All right, I'm gonna press down, and now I'm gonna rotate. Okay. And now we're gonna hold, and now we're gonna slice. Okay. Oh, man. Look how awesome that looks. Wow, hold on. All right, well, that is going to be a version of a garlic leftover Parmesan, Parm-like chicken sandwich sub with marinara dipping sauce. Okay, well, this looks delicious, and I've got about 10 minutes to actually eat this before my calls, so I'm gonna jump into it. Hope you guys enjoyed this today. I will see you guys next time.